most of the song was like entirely on the point. It is a diss track, and if it's not on the point, then there's no point of making a point if I'm making a point right now. I've been walking all the night. Okay, so let me make clear one thing. I have listened the first and second of the song already, so I'm gonna start listening to it from over again, and let's get started. Okay, so before I listen any further, let me point out one thing. I mean, this like ding, 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 this music, it reminds me of a song of the movie Carry Minati. It's called Dun Dun. If you know about it, it is a nice song, by the way. And also it reminds me of every, the starting scene of every movies from the 80s. I mean, the music was always like this, and Amitabh Bachchan is like having a car chase kind of thing. It is kind of reminding me of that. Let's listen.
कैसे हैं आप लोग? एक कहानी है जो सबको सुनानी है, जलने वालों की तो रूह भी जलानी है। एक कहानी है।
Okay, I like the thing that is happening not in the background obviously, but it is the kind of lead thing that is happening. I think this is the chorus going on right now. I mean, the song has this kind of structure with chorus in the starting. इनकी भूख भी तो मैंने ही मिटानी है, इनको क्या पता मैंने करी कितनी मेहनत सारी। Okay, so there isn't much things going on inside of the verse right now. I guess they have hit the verse. I mean, it must be verse. And there is just like a donka bass kind of thing going on with some drums and some bass. I mean, it's obviously it's all bomb. There is no lead in here. सारी जिंदगी इन्होंने मुझको रुलाया, इनको भी तो मिला था जो मैंने कमाया, रोते रोते भी इनका धंधा मैंने चलाया, फिर भी इन्होंने। I actually like the visuals on this one. The visuals are like really fun to look at. I'll get to it. मेरा खाया ये सारी इनकी माया, इनका ही खाना साया, वीडियो की रॉके पूरे देश का दिल दुखाया, इन्हें लगता है मैं एक फकीर हूँ, अगर ये हाथ है तो। Okay, so I like that they drop the drums over here. It's kind of the, what can I say, the pre-chorus kind of thing. I guess it is the pre-chorus thing, and it again has that lead melody which was in the starting of the song. They have like brought it again into the mix. लकीर हूँ जिन हाथों ने है मुझको दबाया, उन हाथों की तो देख बेटा मैं जंजीर हूँ। इंग्लिश में गाली देने वाले लगते कूल, हिंदी में देने वाले लगते इन्हें फूल, फूल से भरा देख मेरा पूल, तो मैं हो गया आगे प्रिंसिपल पर मैं हूँ पूरा स्कूल। The lyrics are really, I mean, to the point kind of thing. I mean, for everything Carry Minati was accused earlier, like this and that. I mean, everybody who got into the controversy. And for those of you who don't know about it, I will say just do a Google search and you'll know about the entire TikTok versus YouTube thing or vice versa. कहानी है जो सबको सुनानी है, चलने वालों की तो रूह भी जलानी है, एक कहानी है जो सबको सुनानी है, इनकी भूख भी तो मैंने ही मिटानी है, एक कहानी है जो सबको सुनानी है, चलने वालों। No, I like that China thing. Thing that is happening in the background. It really is adding something. I mean, that's the only thing that I'll say makes feel like there is a real human playing, which is not ironic because obviously it is hip-hop, and hip-hop generally doesn't have very rocky style of like realistic instruments, but yeah. Okay, so we have already had the chorus 2 times, and I guess this is kind of the breakdown thing in the middle, just a kind of pre-bridge thing. Let's see. I like that vocal thing. It is actually something like, if you have listened to Korn, like the music by Korn. Okay, so I like that they have actually changed something. I mean, it's not just loops playing. I mean, it's essentially loops, but yeah, the melody thing, they have introduced a new melody. It is actually cool. I mean, it is almost like giving the Arabic kind of vibes. It is, I think, in those notes, Arabic notes. It is actually not a scale or something. It is a bunch of, what can I say, the scale. You can understand a scale by my words. You don't care about it anyway. I don't think if you are that geek, you won't be actually over here listening about this.
हाँ इनमें फर्क नहीं, इनका गलत भी सही, तभी तो इनकी अपनों से भी बनती नहीं। रीच 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 इनको चाहिए रीच, प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज।
Now I have to point this shit out, that this thing like reach da 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 da, whatever the lyrics are. I haven't actually learned the lyrics, but yeah, that part, it actually reminds me of some song. I don't remember what exactly, but I'm pretty much sure it is like 90% the same melody. Now, I'm not accusing Carry Minati to have copied it. It is a very natural thing. That's something that you create, could be created by one of the 7 billion people on this planet. And it is quite often we see that when you are writing something and you have listened to something earlier, that piece is in your subconscious. That piece is in your subconscious and it reflects on the production or the writing. It happens with everyone, and if you don't know, then there are some songs that are actually accused of having copied which were not, and hence they just paid some, I think, money to the original artist. But I don't think it is the case of, what can I say, copying, but it's more like it sounds a bit like else.
Please beat इनको करूँगा beat मेरा content है heat, मैंने ही मिटानी ये बीमारी, मैंने ही तो जानी ये बेमानी, मैंने ही मिटानी भ्रष्टाचारी, मैंने ही संभाली जिम्मेदारी। सांपों से भरा है पूरा ये समुंदर, पीठ पीछे मारा है इन्होंने खंजर, इनसे हम सब लड़ेंगे अब मिलकर, इनकी जिंदगी अब बनेगी बंजर। Let's go। एक कहानी है जो सब
Hit the chorus third.
सुनानी है, चलने वालों की तो रूह भी जलानी है, एक कहानी है जो सबको सुनानी है, इनकी भूख भी तो मैंने ही मिटानी है, एक कहानी है जो सबको सुनानी है, चलने वालों की तो रूह भी जलानी है, एक कहानी है जो सबको सुनानी है, इनकी भूख।
I like this like fast forward kind of thing in the
तो
visual.
मैंने ही मिटानी है। यलगार हो।
Also, I guess we are hitting the end of the song. I have one complaint with this. I mean, although the choruses, I said that the melodies are like really cool. They have that very big kind of vibe in them, but still they are like very repetitive. I mean, repetitive. The choruses, not the melodies. I mean, they could have actually do something, at least some changes in the chorus. Like for the first chorus, yeah, there were no drums. I get it. Or were there drums? I don't know. I mean, except for the first chorus, the second and the third chorus, there aren't much changes. I mean, it is almost like it was in the first chorus, I mean the second chorus, and the same is the third chorus. They could have at least managed to insert some new melodies or even a like cowbell. That is something actually, obviously this is subjective to music, the entire music is subjective, but what I like to do as a producer is to keep things, moving and interesting. And actually, I don't know if you know or not, but I mean, most probably you don't know, but this introducing a little new element here and there in the song, it is called ear candy. I mean, introducing ear candy. The elements are called ear candy actually. I'm not saying like an entire different chord progression, but something like just bells or something happening. Anyway, by the way, the point at where I have paused video right now, it is really cool. I mean, the whole television thing. Obviously many people have used it earlier, but it is cool.
यलगार हो, यलगार हो।
Also, yeah, over here. I have not over here. I mean, every time when they what can I say? They show this mic scene. I have a doubt, not a doubt, kind of a complaint, or not complaint actually. What can I say? I have this thing in my mind that why the hell are they not using pop filter? I mean, I get it. Obviously, this is all lip sync. This is just lip sync video. The vocals, it is all processed and post production things that we are watching. I mean, that we are listening and watching right now. But at least they could have used a pop filter. I mean, obviously, they must have used in the recording. So it would be just like more organic. I don't know why did they use Anyway.
Yalgaar ho, Yalgaar ho.
What is this happening? What is this happening? Okay, so the ending of the song, it was kind of, what can I say, not as perfect as the entire song, I'm sorry. But okay, so we have listened to the song. Now, my godly verse about the song and the production. So first of all, I'll give 10 out of 10 to the lyrics. I really like the lyrics, although there were some fillers here and there, but I get it. I mean, when I write lyrics, I insert some words that I leave on the audience to be filled as metaphors kind of thing. But so I won't blame it. There were some words. Most of the song was like entirely on the point. It is a diss track, and if it's not on the point, then there's no point of making a point if I'm making a point right now. Anyway, so the lyrics were really cool. Now I have a little problem, can I say. I think that the vocals could have been better. I mean, he sang it perfectly. I won't say that the vocals were not perfect, but the production on the vocals was not as good as it could have been. I mean, for example, the tonka tonka kind of thing, the music in the starting that it was, I mean, the bass was almost throughout the song. The synth bass kind of thing, if you want more technical terms. And in that, when we have that kind of bass in the music, we tend to have more of, piercing kind of vocals. A vocal that sits up front in the mix, not this kind of flu vocals. I mean, I get it, this is diss track and rappers tend generally to not use falsetto and sing in lower registry. I get it, but like in the chorus, at least, it was a chorus when the tonka tonka bass thing hit every time. So at least in the chorus you could have asked some other singer to add melodies kind of thing. I mean, I get it that Carry Minati wanted to do the entire thing on his own. You could have at least used some kind of codex or anything. I mean, the vocals were pretty much dry. I get it. I mean, it's subjective again, and it's artistic choice to have that like that. But what my perception is, if I am actually producing something like this and it is so bassy, it does not have many leads and high leads, I'm sorry, then for that matter I like to have some octave of vocals kind of thing, which I missed in the track. And also the vocals were pretty much mono. I mean, it wasn't huge vocals going on, which could have been, at least the chorus could have sounded huge and more interesting. He could have actually banged things over and there, whoever produced it, and I think there is name of who produced. I mean, the producer, and not Carry Minati, obviously. He must not be an audio engineer. At least that's what I am guessing. That's why there was this featuring kind of tag in the video. Anyway, this was about the vocals. The vocal performance, I'm sorry, it was amazing. I won't say 100%, but knowing that he is not a singer and a vocalist, it was good. About the visuals were amazing. I mean, the last track, which was a diss track to Beauty Pie, which he released, it was amazing. I mean, I like that track. That track was really nice. I'll get to that comparison thing a little later. But for the visuals on this one were far better. I mean, I don't like it when there is just a singer singing and you're just having scenes of him singing. I mean, that is not very, what can I say, pleasing to the eye. But this visual was I couldn't get my eyes off from it for a while. I just wanted to look. It was hilarious, it was fun to watch, and so on. And so this was about the visual. And talking about what I was saying, that comparison with the Beauty Pie thing, I really think that the production and the music and everything, not at least only music, not the lyrics, the music of that Beauty Pie song was better than this one. It is artistic choice, it is subjective again, so I'm not saying that yes, I'm right, or he's wrong, or you are right, or I am wrong, anything like that. I get it, but it's my personal choice. I like the music of the earlier song better than this one. So this was for the vocals. Now the production process, which is my area. So for this, I'll say that the song was too repetitive. I mean, yep, I praised that there were some melodies changing which I did not expect, because I was expecting loop throughout the song, which was not the case. There were some melodies, but still the melodies were not like, what can I say, ear tinkling kind of things. They were just like going on straight. You could hardly, I mean, you could listen obviously, but it wasn't like standing out from the mix. It wasn't like you have this thing like you say like, yeah, that's really cool, I like it. Maybe you'll notice, but I think that could have been something better. Like there could have been chimes and bells and, you know, dams kind of thing, piano, simple compressed piano. It could have been nice if it is there. I don't know, I don't listen piano anywhere. I mean, I'm not having my production based headphones. These are just regular listening Sennheiser, so I really don't know if there was. I didn't listen. I mean, these are pretty decent quality, not that bad that I cannot even listen to an instrument. But still, and the vocal processing, I actually talked about it earlier, and one thing that I missed that I just now realized that came to my mind right now, it is that de-essing. I don't know if you know or not about it, but de-essing is a thing that when the microphone picks up some frequencies a little more than others. So these frequencies, the S's and the and sh kind of words. So these tend to have a distortive effect on the microphone. So that it generally falls in the range of like 6,000 hertz, and I don't think that you are interested in this kind of nerd stuff. But yes, it was like kind of harsh to the ear. It could have been a little better. The vocal performance was a little, what can I say, a little harsh to the ear overall. It could have been a little more smooth, a little more compressed, and a little more EQ'd. Now obviously it was, and reverb and things could have been used to make it a little more interesting. I mean, the song was good overall, in my opinion. I really liked the song, but the song could have been a bit better than what it is right now. That was my opinion. What was your opinion? You can comment and subscribe, like and share if you like this video, if you like my reviewing, which I like to think that I did very good.